Hello, everyone. I'm sharing with you a new project that I'm working on. It's called Save the Princess. And because I have, sorry, a very limited time to work on. Literally, we have like, well, I don't want to say it, but the approach that I'm doing in with the music is to not think about what I'm doing. That's the approach. And as crazy as it sounds, that's the way I'm doing it because I don't have time to um, define a direction or to think about the details. So what I'm gonna do is first do it a lot of things, and then I'm gonna think what I was unconsciously doing. So in other words, I will make conscious the unconscious process of composition. Well, recently the developer has shared with me a small prototype, so I can start sketching the music, and I've came up with the main menu, the world map, and the gameplay, and they sound like this. All right. Um, the music started with lots of reference tracks, and they're all were chiptune music. And while I agreed with that, with the developer, the creation, the process led me into this kind of music. It's like a chiptune, and the criticism that the music received was that it was aesthetically it was weird, especially in the main menu and in the gameplay music. And the weird stuff is on the timbre of the main melody versus the bass, because it's like something weird's going on. It's like it's not as interesting, the melody, and no, I'm not referring about the notes of the song or the melody. The melody maybe it's good, but the developer pointed out that how the problem was not in the music per se, but in how it sounds. So let me rephrase it. The problem is not in what is sounding, but in how does it sound. So for the next video, or as when I work, I'll be redoing the sounds, mainly for the the melody for the lead voice, and the same happened here in the music, in the gameplay music. It's like that there are volume problems because the main melody should be louder than the rest of the instruments, and I got it. That's why this is a sketch. Um, but the almost from that away from that, and even though there's the melody has is a bit more interesting, the timbre of the sounds, the components, than the main menu, it's still lacking something that doesn't integrate with the rest of the sounds. That's why I'm saying that the problem is aesthetically. But that is for now. Something interesting to point out is the I said the selector, and that is when you change the menus. That's here. I think that it's a nice effect for the transition and to create smoother transitions between the musics. Because let's hear it, the same transition without the sound. It's like, well, it could be better, and that is why is this here. It it's here because there's an action here when the players like he's entering to this level. There's a need for audio feedback, and that is it has two objectives. This sound, first of all, to indicate visual feedback. Sorry, audio feedback, and second is to create smoother transitions between the musics. That's one thing, and the other is that I made a few variations here. It's a chord that it's going for thirds, and there are inversions of the chord. I think that it's C major, but I don't know. And that's all, just to create a little variation. What I'm doing in the music, as I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, and that's fine. That shouldn't be a problem, and or for me, no, I'm okay to saying that I don't know what I'm doing, because as I said, I don't have much time to know and to give an explanation of everything, of why I put every note in their place. No, it sounds good because it sounds good. Maybe then I will do an analysis of that. So, and let me show you one little thing about the world map. And it's that, no, here. Let me add this. I don't know if it's listening. Yeah, it's listening. One interesting thing is that the developer shared with me this rhythm that he found on a video, and he asked if he could, or if there was a chance to add this rhythm into the world map music. And the rhythm is this. It's that. That, and he really liked the rhythm, but he didn't know why. And it's an interesting question because it's very rhythmic, and it has a lot of African components because the African music is very percussive, and if you know, let's try it out. You have you have 4 bars, you have 4 pulses, tum, tukataka, 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 tum, 1, 2, 3, 4, but you have a lot of layering between the pulses because you have the pulse, and then it's subdivided into 4, into 6. It's called a 16th note, and but those notes are distributed along 2 or 3 instruments. So there are a lot of instruments making the rhythm, and that rhythm makes the pulse. The pulse is made by the bass notes. Tum, tum, bam, tum, tum, bam, tum, bam, bam, tum. And on top of that, there's the 16th notes. Taka 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 taka. It's that's it's a very moving music because it's very percussive and it has a lot of layering, a rhythmic layering. And if you wanna know more about that, there's an interesting documentary. Let me search for that. Well, first of all, there's here in Latin America, there's the murgas. I don't know how to say it in English. I searched for that, and it says it's like a street band, but that's not the definition of a street band, or sorry, or of a murga. If you know the translation between murga and street band, let me know. That there's an interesting thing because if I search for that, the Google Translator, and I put murga, it's a street band. But when I flip that, it says banda callejera. So it's strange. And if I do it again, it says gang. So it's wrong. It's wrong. And it's if you want to know more about this, you can search for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Amazing music, amazing. And the documentary is Polly here. It's a very interesting documentary because what they say it's about a town in it's about the town of the people of Baru, and they say that rhythm is in everything. Rhythm is an it's not only an important part of life but an essential part of life. Rhythm, it's life, and that's a very profound thought because if you think about uh, the rhythm, it's not only in the music. It's not an inherent component of music. The rhythm is in every other aspect of the arts. Rhythm is in the dance. Uh, Rhythm is in the theaters. It's in the film. It's in the paintings. There's in the photographies. Uh, it's in all aspects of the arts, and it's even beyond that. The heart beating, it's a rhythm. People walking are in a rhythm. The thought process, me thinking, it has a rhythm. And when you speak with someone, you have a rhythm. And you drinking something, it's a rhythm. You typing on the keyboard, it's a rhythm. Rhythm, it's an inherent part of life. And the people of Barrow embrace that thought. Um, it's a very interesting documentary that shows uh, this, a different culture. Um, I suggest you to see that because it's always important to see and to listen what other people say from the otherness. But well, that's a philosophical point. But well, returning to the project, um, one more thing. If you want to know more about percussion bands and you don't know where to find, um, let me know. Like, let me put it in the comments, and I will share with you some names that I know about the Morgas. And the candombes and all the Latin American bands that have a lot of percussion elements. And just to point out, we have that component, but it's very African music because remounting to history, um, a lot of slaves, African slaves, came here to Latin America, and their music mixed out with the inhabitants of here. Well, I live in Argentina, so it got mixed a lot with the music in Argentina, and it derived into the murgas, and that's why we have those African components here, and most of all in the carnivals, we have the murgas playing, and it's very festive, and it's not only festive, but it's very energetic, and that's why the developer liked this thing, and he didn't know why. I suppose that is why he liked it, because it has a lot of energy, that it's because it has a lot of layering into the percussion components. So, with that said, I made the music based on this element, and what I did was to use because if you listen to this and the final result, sorry, it's in the very beginning. I put it in time, and what I did was using the MK here, this one. If you use this, what this script does is to no, is this one? Yeah, no, this one, no. Sorry. Oh, this script changes the shape of the volume. I wanna do this. No, the shape. No, sorry. The slice. It gets the slice, and what this script does is to stretch out and fixed the duration and the BPM of the item to the project. So I did that. I put it here and I clicked set BPM. And then I clicked slice or create markers. I created slice and then I adjusted them. So it's a very nice script. And that's that. Once I got the component, I made the notes just to be aligned with the rhythm, and that's it. And you can hear the melody taken from the first beat here. Tin tin tin. Tan 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 tan. You say tan 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 tan. But well, that's it. And that's it for today. I'll continue working, and when I got something, I will share with you, just to know my compositional process, and to not be afraid of doing crazy things or crazy stuff or composing by ear. Like I've been studying a lot of music, but I have to recognize that I don't have time to think about and to be stopped by thoughts about how it has to sound. So I just start composing on the fly. So yeah, that's right. Hope it gets to the end, this project, and I'll see you in the next one.